This episode is brought to you by twolinedmusichutstore.com. Twolinedmusichutstore.com is your all-access to culture. Check out cultural merchandise like leggings, hats, mini boxing gloves, and bags. Also t-shirts like hip-hop, nature, rock bands, reggae, and dark fantasy. Fast shipping worldwide. That's twolinedmusichutstore.com. And now let's check out this episode.
Mama Nancy was before Early B.
Okay.
Mama Nancy introduced me to Early B. She said I should carry Early B Spanish teacher, and she gave me the whole 100 on him. I said, okay, anything you say, Mama will send for him. Mm-hmm. Early B introduced us to Super Cat.
Okay, so first you had brought up Mama Nancy. Yeah. How did that dancer do?
Well, at those times, once you come from Jamaica, and she was on different sound in Jamaica, mm-hmm. It's gonna get out of hand.
Mm-hmm. It was a good vibe. And how long did you guys have her up here for at that time there?
Nancy was here around me for about a month.
About a month?
Because back then we were playing every week. Mm-hmm. During the week. Mm-hmm. We just go down to Fashion Tree down at Eglinton and say, Fashion, is a place available for Wednesday night? Mm-hmm. Fashion say yes. No cellular phone. We drive around and tell people, oh, we're doing a fashion tonight. We're fashion. Mm-hmm. And dance around.
That was it. And that was a club, or what type of venue was that there?
Fashion Tree was a tailor, and he had a big empty basement.
Mm. So a lot of these times it wasn't even to like a hall or anything. You're bringing these artists to a basement. And
no, when I used to send for them, I would have running me all and these bigger places, but during the week when nothing is going on, we would put ourselves in a basement. Mm-hmm. Nicodemus, Super Cat, all of them did that around here with me.
All right, we're gonna get to those stories because you said Nancy introduced you to Early B now.
Early B introduced me to Super Cat.
All right, how was your experience dealing with Early B now? Did he have any big songs at these times here, or he was just somebody coming up?
Early B had no songs. Nobody in Jamaica hardly even know him. But when I listened to his tracks, mm-hmm. I said, this guy is something else, man. So I sent for him, then they think it was my brother.
Yeah. So Early B, how long did you guys have him up here for?
Generally, artists come, they stay with me for like a month, 6 weeks or so. Mm-hmm. Because we're playing every week and they have to accumulate things to go back. Mm-hmm.
And what was his experience coming to Canada now as a fresh artist that people didn't really hear about? How was his experience up here?
Tell you, the first night that Early B was going to work, mm-hmm. you have Leroy Eptones and all those people was here at that point. Mm-hmm. And when we say, why Leroy, so we have an artist in Wickeder than Brigadier. Me I look at you and say, hey, move from here, you know about music, move. Mm-hmm. But when they hear what Early B was doing now, mm-hmm. the first night, the second night, I don't have space to hold people.
Yeah. Early B on African Star. Big. Had him for a while.
He was not on Jaro yet.
He wasn't on Jaro at this time yet. Do you remember what year this was? Around what year?
This was about 83. Around
then. Wow, Early B. And then how did he connect you to now Super Cat?
They live in... he asked me to carry Super Cat because Super Cat has just gone through a system in Jamaica that he needs to take a break. Mm-hmm. So that break he was here.
Mm-hmm. Wow, Cat. So then it was you had Cat and Early B up here together, or was just Early B and then Cat?
Early B and then Cat.
Mm-hmm. How was your experience dealing with a younger Cat at this time here now?
Like Junior Cat?
No, like Super Cat, because remember, he's still a younger artist. Did he get his break at this time here yet, or he was still a younger artist?
He was still a younger artist than Early B. Mm-hmm. But I think Early B used to write lyrics for him. So if Early B write, learn to drive, he give Cat learn for ride, mm-hmm. and he was writing lyrics. So the both of them always have similar lyrics.
Mm-hmm. And what was your experience dealing with a young Cat at that time there?
A young Cat at that time was the bad boy thing. Mm-hmm. It was a different spirit from Early B, and people like him.
Mm-hmm.
And he never stopped. He keep going.
Do you remember the first dance that you guys brought him on that was a wicked dance that you don't forget?
You know, every dance cat DJ was good dance.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone. Because they know it was Early B student.
Got you.
And they kind of understand that he has his thing going.
Mm-hmm. Cat, and then you say Cat introduced you to Demas.
No, I know Demas by going to Jamaica and driving up and down with Cat and Early B them and going to dance and do all kind of thing. All of them part together.
Yeah. And you brought Demas up here also?
Yeah.
What was that experience like?
Demas already made his name in Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
So when Demas was coming, it was something else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Demas was threatening Brigadier. Papa Brigadier can't test Mr. Demas. So by the time he get here, all the cassette freak know who Demas was.
Mm-hmm. And the place, and people were expecting Demas.
Demas could hold a mic and talk all night by himself.
Mm-hmm.
By that time, most artists used to do that.
Mm-hmm. Because it wasn't a lot of artists that were coming up. You'd bring up 1 to 2 artists sometimes, and they have to hold the mic all night.
Well, we have 100 Toronto artists there because they know who these people are.
Mm-hmm.
And most of these artists that would come in, they would be the star in Canada. There's the one that people would be listening to, Chester Miller, whatever.
Mm-hmm. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinesmusica.com.